Hi guys, welcome to season 1, episode 1 of Project Parivartan. As you all know, we are going to witness this transformation journey together. For all the viewers, all of us, especially Rachana, my younger sister, most of you know her. She is a very famous YouTuber with a mission to spread financial literacy in the country. She has a lot of content on personal finance and stock market, more than 1 million subscribers. One of the YouTuber listed by YouTube on Women's Day, the only one in India, I think. So yeah, most of you know her. Those who don't know her, follow her on YouTube and Instagram also. She's here, Rachana Ranade. So let us start this journey. All of us had decided that all of us have goals, fitness goals, health goals, mental fitness goals, and you all would have set some of them for you, what to achieve at the end of the 180-day period. So you can stick to your goals, but I will also be setting some goals for you which are not very tough, easily achievable, but then you have to work for 180 days, and as I had said in my intro video, you have to commit yourself to this program. It's for your benefit, and let us try and make it a grand success. Okay, so let's start. Let's sit in a comfortable sitting position, back straight, close your eyes, breathe deep. You have to breathe from your nostrils and breathe out also from your nostrils. Try to engage your throat a little bit like an Ujjayi breath in pranayama. Focus on your breath. See how your breaths are rising and falling on their own, involuntarily, serving your body without any expectations. Check into the quality of your thoughts. How are you feeling today? Whether you are anxious, scared, happy, excited, just live with the feeling. Check out your body, whether you're feeling any pain, whether you're feeling any stiffness. Breathe through your pain and stiffness. Remember why you have decided to participate in this program. Remember that you want to achieve something. When you talk about something, it's a dream. When you envision it, it becomes a possibility. But when you schedule and act, then it becomes a reality. So I'm happy that you have acted today. Give a pat on your back for waking up early in the morning and attending this day 1. Take a deep breath and join your hands. We will be chanting Om 3 times. वंदे गुरुणाचरणारविन्दे संघर्षिता स्वात्मा सुखावबोधे निःश्रेयसे जाङ्गलिका यमाने संसार हाला हला मोहं शान्त्यै आबाहु पुरुषात्कारं शङ्खचक्रसिधारणं सहस्रशीर्षं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलि। ॐ। Rub your hands. Place it on your eyes. And let's begin the practice. Stand up. Let's first stand up and understand Samasthiti, which is also called as Tadasana. Feet on the floor. Both the feet should have complete, both the feet should be parallel to each other. Spread the feet in such a manner that your body weight is equal around the entire area of the foot. Don't be forward or back or sideways. Be at the center. Keep your legs active, your kneecaps tight and up, your abs or your core active and up, your shoulder blades rounded back, your hands active, hands wanting to touch the floor, and crown of your head wanting to touch the ceiling. Breathe. And take your hands up, and now let your hands also try to touch the ceiling. This is Tadasana or Samasthiti. This asana helps you to have a very, very balanced mind. Let's start the practice. Rachana, you can face the wall.
Okay.
So that people can see the angle.
Okay.
Keep your hands straight.
Like this?
Yeah. And now we will learn protraction and retraction. So protraction is taking your hands forward towards the wall, and retraction is taking the hands back. Protract, retract. Now the basic rule, keep on doing this. The basic rule here is you have to work from your back muscles. You have to pinch your back rather than doing it from your arms. So activate your back while protracting as well as retracting. Keep the elbows straight. Imagine you are carrying a weight in your hand so that you are active. 9, 10. And now let's elevate and depress. So same from your scapula. Elevate, depress. Elevate, slow. To be very slow. Elevate, depress. Slower. Elevate, depress. Elevate, depress. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now sit down. Sit down.
Same?
Yeah, no, normal. Face the camera. Sit straight. Sit straight. Open up your arms sideways. Straight. Round. Back is rounded. And stretch your arms sideways. So let both the arms try to touch the walls on the either side. And now very slowly rotate your arms clockwise. 1, 2. Keep on breathing deeply. So I will not be giving instructions on breathing every time. You have to continuously go on breathing. Whenever there is something specific, I'll tell you. 7, 8, arch. You're losing your arch. 9, 10. Anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe from your nose. 8, 9, and 10. Hands down. Now take your left hand forward and right hand back. Left hand forward. You can touch the floor. Forward and left hand back. We are going to twist now.
The right hand back.
Right hand back. Left hand forward. Straighten your back. Okay. And slowly start twisting on your right. looking at the door. So your right shoulder should come back, left shoulder should come forward, and try to lift your chest from your hip muscles. Every time you exhale, you twist. Then you inhale, again you exhale, you twist. 3, 4, 5. Come forward, come straight. To the right side. So when you are twisting, you have to take yourself up first. Don't keep your back rounded. Take your chest up from the hip girdle. When you are exhaling, twist. Then inhale, again exhale and twist. Inhale, exhale. With every twist, your body will allow you to go a little bit back. Okay, look forward. Now let us stretch the neck. Take your neck on the left side. Put your hand on your head. Right hand on your right shoulder. And gently stretch. Side change. Now get into tabletop. In a tabletop, facing the wall. In a tabletop, you have to, okay, one very basic thing is whenever you are going to load your wrist should be, finger should be spread, not like this. Finger should be spread, the weight should be spread again all over your palm. On your tips, the middle area and the lower area. Okay? Elbows should be tight and arm should be perpendicular to the ground. Very nicely the hip, you can take your hips little bit behind actually. Yeah, hips and knees in the same line. And now we will do a cat camel or cat cow. So head in, exhale, head in, ribs in, hips in. Try to crunch your tummy. Now head out, while inhaling head out, ribs out, hips out. Very good. Exhale, head in, ribs in, hips in. Are you feeling that core contraction?
Yes.
Head out, ribs out, hips out. Now let's do it differently. First hips in, then ribs in and head in. Now head out, ribs out, hips out. Try to control the movement. Hips in, slowly. It has to be, it can't be tap tap tap. It has to be gradual. Hips in, ribs in, head in. Imagine a spinal wave. Head out, ribs out, gradually hips out. Very good. Now come to a normal neutral position. Now take your hand. We will do some strengthening of the arms. Take your right arm up and stretch and breathe now. 1, 2, look at the tip of your fingers. 3, breathe. 4, arm up, 5, hand change. Left hand. 1, straight. 2, look at your finger. 3, 4, 5, hand down. Now your right hand will do the same thing, and along with that your left leg will also go back in the air parallel to the ground.
Okay.
So right from your palm till your foot, everything should be on one line.
Okay.
Okay, take out your right hand and left leg. 1, very good. 2, very good. 3, put the balance on your left hand. 4, and let your right core become active. 4, 5, down. I hope you are breathing, Rachana.
Yes.
Left hand up, right leg
My
back.
hand should have been till my ear, right?
Yeah, it can go beyond your ear also.
Okay.
Don't keep it below your ear.
Okay.
Now left hand and right leg. 1, keep your knees locked. 2, toe pointed. 3, knees locked. 4, 5, come down. Get into child's pose. Take 2-3 breaths. Go down in child's pose. Try to touch your leg. hand straight, 2, 3. Okay, get up. Now get into a down dog. So keep your hands there only. Keep
Okay.
fingers. Don't forget the fingers, otherwise you will
Okay.
damage your wrist.
Okay.
Now just lift your knees. Yes. And try to touch your heel. Now this is too much of a distance.
Okay.
Around say 3.5 feet. You have to get into downward dog.
Like this?
Yes. Feet little forward. Yes. So in downward dog, you have to remember that your heels are touched.
Yes.
Try to open up your try to lift your fingers also. When you are doing this, then you have a good flexibility in the hamstring and calves. Now try to take your tailbone and hips to the ceiling. Okay, very good. Deep breathe. 1. Breathe, Rachana. 2. Deep Ujjayi breath. I should hear the sound of your breath. Very good. 3. 4. Impressive. 5. Now take your right leg up. In the same position, just take your right leg
Should
up.
my left leg come a little bit inside?
No, left everything on its position. Very good. 1. 2. Knee locked. 3. Come a bit closer. Let the position go deeper so that your leg goes up. 5. Leg down. Left leg up. 1. Very good. It's okay. 2. Left leg up. 3. It's okay. 4. 5. Child's pose. Take rest. Three breaths. Okay. Now let's do a spinal wave. Stand up. Now in spinal wave, you have to imagine that this is your vertebral column. Each and every vertebra should go deep down and then come up. Okay, so it's this movement of your vertebra. So if you are standing here, you have to exhale, take your head down. Imagine that each vertebra, muscle or bone is going down and getting activated one at a time. As you go down, your thighs will get activated and knees cap will get locked and they will be pushed up automatically. If they are not happening automatically, do it deliberately. So your legs should be active. Go down as much as you can. If you finish here, arch your back. Try to imagine that your shoulder want to touch your hip muscle. So you have to get out your hips also. Arch your back, get out your hips, and then come from your forehead. Imagining that again your vertebral muscle is getting one at a time.
So while going down, I could literally imagine a sea wave.
Sea wave, yeah. That's why it's called a spinal wave.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason it's called a spinal wave. Okay, so legs hips width apart. Go down. Lesser distance. Exactly hips width apart. Yeah.
Okay.
Exhale and go down.
Hands are straight like this, right?
Hands they will be hanging.
Uh-huh.
Hanging. Go down. You can be a bit faster, otherwise you won't get that activation. Now look straight. Arch your back. Hips out. Arch your back and come up. No, you're not arching your back. Back should be arched. Yes. Arch your back. Yes. Complete arch. Yes. Come up. Very good.
Like a Surya Namaskar.
Yes.
While
Like
getting
Bhujangasana.
Bhujangasana.
Yeah.
Huh.
Again, one more. Pull your tummy in when you're doing this. Let your core be active when you're doing spinal wave. Head up. Yes. Now imagine it starts from here. Let this activation be remain. Correct. Stand straight now. Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Now let's do it reverse. We'll first go down, taking the hips out. You can stand here.
Okay.
Let's show everybody. So let your hips come out. Leg straight. Now you go down, start from your tailbone, it should come till this bone. Go down as much as you can. Every time you have to look straight and ensure that your back and your hip both are out. Try, imagine they want to touch each other. So go down, 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 down as much as you can, actively without touching anywhere. Then round your back, exhale and come up in such a fashion your legs are not moving and your core is getting active when you come up. Okay, let's do this twice. So this is
while getting
like this.
So while getting up, I was actually getting up like this.
Yes.
Now I'm getting up like this only.
Correct. Like you're getting down and you're coming up like this now. Okay, so 2 times.
While going down, was it almost the same? I didn't understand the difference. Okay.
No, so arch your back. No, so while going down, initially you were going from here.
Correct.
Now you're going like this.
Okay.
So instead of going down, now you're going down.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Arch your back, your back is not arched. Yes. Keep this activation here in your shoulder. Go down as much, no activation gone. Keep this activated, go as much as you can. Activate, look straight. Yes, activated, look straight, activate, look straight. Go down, go down, go down. Once you reach, round your back. If you reach the limit, round your back and start coming up. Again, one at a time. Your core should be active. You should feel the core getting burnt. Okay? Yes, one more time. Inhale while going down. Look straight. Yes. Yes. Look straight. Look straight. Yes. Come up. Very good. Now we'll do Palangushtasana, which is the forward fold.
Okay.
I'll directly tell you.
Okay.
Keep your legs hips width apart. Hold your big toe or thumb. You have to always hold the toe like this, not like this. It is always like this, like this. Keep your knees locked. Okay. Back arched, like I told you right now. Shoulders back, back arched. Shoulder, you're rounding your back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is round. So okay, just for everybody, this is a round back. This is an arched back.
Okay.
So your back, what is happening is your back is rounded. What I want you to do right now.
I guess just check it out. This is a round back. This is a round back, and this is an arched back.
Yeah. So arched back, go down, hold your toe, again arch your back, so that you will find a very good stretch in your hamstring and calf muscle.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So have good stretch. Pull your tummy inside. And then go down and try to touch your head to knee. Okay? If this is not possible for everybody, you can hold here, whichever area you are comfortable. But just don't be too comfortable and lazy. Stretch yourself to certain limit. Arch your back. Again, I am giving instructions. Arch your back in such a manner that your whole left leg, whole back leg, both legs are completely stretched and active. Look straight with an arched back. Take your tummy in and then start going down to touch and go till the position where you think it's your limit. There is no fight, no force, no competition. You will slowly and gradually reach there. Okay?
I was actually remembering Kapli Koshimbi. That was.
No, that is not the pose. That is not the pose. Okay.
Yeah.
Start. Yes. Now back arch. Tummy in. Activate your core. And start going down, keeping your back arched. Till the time you can go. You have still not activated your hamstring. So your back arch. And try to touch your hip to your ceiling. Yes, now it's activated. Fast. And stay here for 5 breaths. 1. Deep breath. 2.
Ow.
What happened? What happened? Tummy? Cramp?
Cramp, yes.
Cramp?
Cramp.
Okay.
It often happens with me.
Okay.
Get a cramp in my tummy.
Go down again. 3. Okay, for the viewers, if my model is getting cramps, you guys should continue, okay? 4, 5, get up. Now those who are able to touch your toes easily will do Pada Hastasana, and those who are not able to touch their toes also will repeat this pose. But Pada Hastasana, you have to place your palms underneath your feet. So you have to place your palms underneath your feet, okay? And then do the same thing again. Chest out, hips up to the ceiling, knees locked, tummy in, go down. Okay? So Rachana, are you going to try or you'll do
I
it?
will try.
Okay. So palms below your feet. Very good. Knees locked. Back arch. Try to go as down as you can and stay. 1. Deep breathe. Hips to ceiling. Hips to ceiling is very important. 2. I should see a better activation. Hips to ceiling. 3. Good. Go a bit forward. Yes. 4. You should always try to feel a very deep stretch in your hamstring. 5. Yes, come up. Good. Now we'll do some twisting poses. We'll do Trikonasana. In Trikonasana, your left leg will face the wall. Your right leg will be around 2.5 feet apart and in 45 degrees, so it's angled. You have to go down from your hips and you have to twist towards the ceiling. Okay, to twist towards the ceiling, but your hips are in position. So first, if you see, I'm not just going down. You have to first get back and get a deep stretch in your left hamstring as you are going down. Try to go as much down as you can with your chest twisted, and once you reach a limit, then you hold your toes. If you can't hold your toe, hold your ankle, hold your shin, or you can just hang, or you can hold your knee, whatever suits you, because this is just the first class. But I am just showing you the pose. So hold your toe, knees locked, twist to the ceiling, go as back as you can from your hips, arms up, hips forward, chest up, and this is Trikonasana. And gaze to your middle finger. Okay? So let's do it with Rachana now. So left foot to the floor, 3 feet, 2.5 feet distance, 45 degrees, inside.
Inside?
Inside, yeah.
Okay.
Inside. Increase the distance. Your heel should be in the same line, so get it back. Get your heel back. Now, try to just get into this pose. Yes. Try. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring. Are you feeling?
No.
Then you are not doing it enough. Get back, further back. No. Increase the length a little bit. Pass. Now, start going down. Start going down as much as you can. Yes. And hips forward.
Oh.
Now you're getting us
Yes.
good? Okay. Now try to go down and touch your toe. If you can, it's okay.
I might lose balance.
I've held you. Okay. Now it's okay. This is a good sign. Look at your finger, hands active. Let your hand touch the ceiling. Now come up and twist. And your hip should come forward. Yes. 1, breathe deep. 2, 3, 4. Get up. Let's do it on the other side. How was it?
Super.
Now again, right foot to the wall, left foot in 45 degree. Again, start going back from your hip, twisting and going back. Do it with me. Hold your toe. Get up. Twist. Again go little bit as back as you can. Hand up. Look at the middle finger. And breathe. 1, 2, come forward, come forward, come forward. 3, come back. I'm going to stretch you now. 4, hips are back, hips and legs should be straight line.
So overstretched already.
5, okay, come up. Very good. Now let's do one more twisting pose, which is Parshva Konasana. Parshva Konasana, as you were in Trikonasana, the leg will be further back and your right leg will be perpendicular to your left leg.
Okay.
Okay, and we will take a easier version of Parshva Konasana today. So you have to go down in such a manner with your hips facing the camera. So you have to go down in such a manner that your knee is into a 90-degree position. Okay, your right knee leg is straight.
Okay.
Feet are grounded.
Yes.
Hold just get onto your knee with your elbow and raise your hand and look through your armpit.
Okay.
Okay, but the key here is your leg should be 90-degree and your waist should be facing the camera. Okay.
What if my knee is paining a little bit?
Then you don't do 90 degrees. Then you can just be comfortable. If you have any knee surgery, knee pain, be comfortable. Increase the distance. Take a knee leg forward. Now go down.
Go down.
No, go down into 90 degrees. No, go down into 90 degrees.
Oh yes, sorry.
You are still in Trikonasana. Yes, so this is the real stretch where your hips are facing camera and this has to come in 90 degrees. So this inner thigh portion should get stretched.
Absolutely, this.
Right, okay, now go down as much as you can. You can increase the distance because your knee should never come in front of your foot.
Okay.
Okay, now aram se put your hand on your knee, your elbow on your knee. Elbow, yes. And now stretch your hand over your ear, like this, and look through the armpit. Good. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Let the hand touch the wall. There should be activation here. 3, 4, 5. Up. Leg change. Go 90. Stretch your leg over your ear. Look through your armpit. 1. Very good. Very good. 2. Let it touch your ear. 3. And now just try to get a hip forward. 4 and 5. Very good. Stand up.
Again, I was getting a stretch here.
Yes, you have to get a stretch in that inner thigh.
Okay, perfect.
Now we will do some sitting asanas. So sit down. We will do
In normal.
no. First you sit down. I'll tell you. Get into Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. So join your feet. Yes. So as we do butterfly,
Okay.
join your feet. Hold your feet with both hands. And now sit straight in such a manner that and imagine that you are bringing your waist out of your hip bone. So be that straight. And keeping your back arched, go straight down and try to touch your head to the floor. As much as you can. But though you are not going to lose the back arch. So it's difficult to touch the floor. As much as you can. So, yes. Shoulders back, Rachana. Yes, go down. Shoulders back. Go down. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Now you're rounding. So this is your limit. So now stay here for 5 breaths. 1. Everybody should know their limits. As I said, yoga is a journey. You can't take proteins and have injections and muscle burners like you have in gym. In 10 दिन में bicep बन जाता है, वो नहीं होता योगा में. 4, 5, come up. Very good. Now, did you get stretch in your inner thighs again?
Obviously.
Now you have to breathe out, round your back,
Okay.
and touch your forehead to the fingers.
So earlier my back was like
Completely
this.
arched. Now you have
Now.
to round your back. Okay?
Okay.
So try to touch and keep your eyes open. Round your back, round your back, round your back. You are just going down, round your back. Yes. Very good. 1. Have you touched?
Yes.
2.
Oh my god.
What is- what is
cramped. I think that cramped.
Again cramped? Okay, so we will do it. Let Rachana take a bit of rest. So, Rachana, you stand up and just do little bit of back bends if you are cramped.
Can I drink water?
No, you can't drink water. No water, no fan, no AC, no
yeah.
hawa. You have to sweat and you have to keep that heat active in your body.
Okay.
Okay? So you can just do some bit of back bends.
I'm good.
Back bend or side bends.
I can
Okay,
go
so-
again.
So let us do that. Let us touch our forehead to our feet and breathe for 5. 1. Now if you can do this, Rachana, try to touch the knees to the floor. 2. 3. 4. 5. Up. Now let's stretch.
Maybe when I go very fast, that's when I get a cramp. I went very slowly right now.
That depends from body to body, person to person. Now keep your legs, okay, just face the wall so that everybody gets to know.
Okay.
Now we will do basic forward bend Paschimottanasana.
Okay.
Keep your legs straight, knees active, back straight, feet active. Yes. And whenever you have your feet, typically we have our feet like this, right? So if you see Rachana's feet are not in one line. So keep it like your hands. So the outer part should come out, inner part should go in,
Okay.
right? So just for the sake of clarity, typically this is the way, this is the way your feet are grounded. So make them like your palm, So they should be exactly facing or parallel to each other, okay?
Like this.
Yeah. So now hold your toes. Hold the big toes. Those who cannot hold toes, again, be free to touch wherever you can, but have that element of stretch. Don't be comfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? Back arch, Rachana, and try to touch your stomach and chest to the knee rather than head to knee. So arch your back and go down as much as possible. Back your arch your back. You're rounding your back, Rachana. Head up, head up, head up. Don't round your back. Arch your back. Now go slowly down. You don't have the range right now. You have to practice on arching your back right now. So just stay here, arch your back. Yes. Arch more. And stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2. Start slowly going down. 3, 4, 5. We'll have 5 more. 6, 7. Engage your core to pull your body forward. 8, 9, 10. Good. Get up. Now face the camera with your legs. We will do Upavishta Konasana. So spread your legs. Okay. Arch back and knees locked, legs locked, and we will do a very basic start to Upavishta Konasana. With the arched back, try to go forward and place your elbows on the ground and keep your face on your palms. Okay, so with a straight back you have to go down. If you can't do this, then just go as much forward as you can, but touch your hands on the floor. Now keep your hands on the floor. Go as far as you can. Just crawl your fingers, but you should not lose your back. Your back has to remain You are not going to round your back when you're going. Your back has to be tight when you're going forward, okay? Yes. If you can go only this much, it is fine. Are you feeling some stretch in your pelvic muscles and your inner thighs?
Yes, in my inner thighs, yes.
Okay, deep breathe. Go forward slowly. Breathe. Back is not arched. Yes. Breathe. Go forward. Breathe. Try crawling your fingers as much as you can. Be comfortable. Get used to the pain. Get used to the stretch. And as you exhale and inhale through your stretch, your body will start releasing. Okay? Now Archana, just try if your elbows are touching the ground. And see if they are touching. You've rounded your back, but it's fine. Now try to straighten your back with this. Try to straighten more. You're still rounded.
I got.
Okay. Breathe here for 5. And keep on trying to stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come up. It was a very good attempt in the. Because this was the first try. It was a pretty good attempt. Now let's do Janu Shirsasana. No,
Okay,
like that only. Now fold the right leg and get your heel to the groin.
Heel to
Yes,
the.
the groin.
Okay,
Yes, you're right. The root of your butt.
Okay.
Now keep your left leg active.
Okay.
Hold the outer sides of your palm from both the hands. Those who can't do, again reach wherever you can.
Thank you.
Wherever. I know. Twist yourself and again try to touch your chest to the knee, not head to the knee. 1, back arch. 2, 3, breathe. 4, breathe. 5, breathe. Get up.
Where was the stretch? At the lower.
Leg change. Yeah, you have to get stretched full. Yeah.
Like this.
Change the leg. I don't mention it because this is such a natural stretch that everybody gets the same stretch. If you are not able to join only with the left hand, you can also have your one hand on the ankle, one hand on the feet.
Okay.
That is also fine. Okay. Twist first. First twist and then go down. Because if you don't twist first, then your chest is not going to touch the
Okay.
knees. Yeah. Otherwise, you just fall somewhere in between your legs. 1, 2. Look at your knees. Keep your eyes open. 3, 4, 5. Come up. Now we will start the closing sequence. Lie down. This is the first day, so I am not going to be tough and ruthless. Okay.
This was not ruthless. What we did right now.
We just warming up, if you ask me. We have not even done Surya Namaskar, which is the basic of Ashtanga. I am not going to take Surya Namaskar for at least first 15-20 days. Okay, Surya Namaskar starts after that. I want to first prepare your body for that. Let's do Sarvangasana. Legs up. And with your core, try to push your feet to the ceiling and as if you are standing on your shoulders. So take your body up as much as you can. Do you want, should I show you once?
Yeah.
Okay. So here you are. You have to take your legs up and with your core, take your whole body up and as good as stand on your shoulders. Okay. Now this pose might not be easy in the first attempt. So somebody might be here, but don't be here. At least use some strength from your hand. You can use the support of your hand, support of your core, or you can use some motion. At least get here.
Okay.
At least get here.
Okay.
Slowly then you'll get that core activation and you will be able to push. So if you see, I'm using my core muscles to go up and down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Come on, let's go. Try. Otherwise, this is a homework. It doesn't happen. Very good. Bas. Perfect. This is fine. This is fine to be a beginner. Look at your thumb and breathe 10 breaths. 10 deep breaths. 2, 3, 4. Now your blood is getting back to the brain. We have started to relax now. Slowly the relaxing poses have started. 5. Some people might say that this is not relaxing, but believe me, as you get into your practice, you will start realizing these are relaxed poses.
9,
10. Now get into halasana from here.
back.
Yeah, just actually come up first, because
I'll
otherwise you will hit the wall. So come down first, little bit down. Come a little bit down. Go down. And now do halasana. So halasana is your legs are up in sarvangasana. You have to touch your feet to the ground on the back side, behind your head.
Okay.
Okay? Do it. Slow. No, you have to touch the legs to the ground.
So,
Slow. Knees locked, Rachana. Very good. 2. Try to hold your palms. If you can, try to join your hands.
join my hands.
Join your hands if you can. No? Okay, fine. Just try it. Have that activation.
Can I elbow like this?
No.
No.
Try to clasp your hands if you can. Otherwise, at least have that activation. Try to do it. 5. Breathe deep. You have to do a deep breathe. You are doing. Don't do that. Deep. 7. 8. 9. 10. Don't come up. Try to touch your knees next to your ears.
Next to my ears.
Yeah, that's
This-
called Karnapidasana. Are they touching the ground? Don't over. No. Get down. So whenever you feel that you are shifting the body weight from the shoulder to your neck, either in halasana or Karnapidasana, you know that you have reached your limit and you have to stay there. I'll show Karnapidasana.
Let me rest.
No rest. Come up. There are still 2 more poses left.
Okay.
So, in halasana, once you come up, you have to come up easily and go down, back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to imagine that your back and your hips want to touch the ceiling, so come up. Okay? Never go beyond, so that otherwise you are going to hurt your neck.
Okay.
So just be on your shoulder. As I said, try to clasp your hands if you can. Okay? And in Karnapidasana, you have to, in the same position, if you see what you were trying to do, you were trying to put your legs and then going back.
Yes.
That would have hurt your neck, that's why I stopped you. So here, you just have to, should have that activation. Take your knees next to your ears. In fact, it's called Karna Pidasana. So you have to give pida to your karna, which is your ears. So you have to press your ears with the knees. Then you have to take the toes down, hands down, and get up. So this is Karna Pidasana. Okay?
I don't think any beginner can do this.
No, but you have to try.
Try, yeah,
Everybody
you should try.
is a beginner. It's not going to happen that one day you did Karna Pidasana, right? You have to progress into
We
it.
will do it one day.
Yes, but you have to first be able to do halasana, then Karna Pidasana. Okay, last 2 poses. Sleep.
Okay.
Now we'll stretch your legs again. So first few days we are just going to stretch legs. Bring up your left leg. Hold it with both hands wherever you can. And now start going up.
Now start going up.
Going up. And try holding your feet here. Keep your legs straight and now try to bring it as close to your face as possible. Keeping it straight. 1, 5 breaths. 2. No, your right leg should be straight. 3. Straight. Otherwise bring this up. This has to be straight. 4. And now left also has to be straight. 5. Come down. Take your left leg up. 1, 2, 3. Now you'll be able to take your hands further up. Every breath will allow you to take your hands further up. 4. Okay, just be there for 5. Yeah, come down. 5. और एक ये शवासन.
I can do.
You can do one more.
Yeah.
Do you want to try Urdhva Dhanurasana?
What's that?
Chakrasana?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, we'll do it later. Let us lie down for Shavasana. I was planning Chakrasana, but maybe it might be too early on day one.
Yeah.
So just close your eyes, man. Let us rest for Shavasana. Hands, close your eyes. Lie down for Shavasana. Close your eyes. Your palms should be facing the ceiling. And now you have to start imagining relaxing your body. Neck should not be on one side. Your neck should be straight, looking at the wall. Start from your forehead. Start relaxing your forehead, your eyes, your nose, cheek. Be very mindful of the relaxation. Be mindful that your body has supported you today. Know that your body is serving your soul every day. Even if you are not exercising, you are not taking care of your body. So thank your body for whatever service the body is giving you. Because when the day comes where your body stops supporting you, you know what happens. So take care of your body. This is one of the key reasons of Project Parivartan. My wish is that all of you should be as fit as you were in your college days, at least till 60, 65, 70. People nowadays are getting old in their 30s and 40s, which is not a good sign. Relax your arms, tummy, back, hips, thighs. Just get into complete relaxation mode. And think what practice we did today. What went right, what went wrong, which muscles are tight, which muscles are soft. Where do you think you need to practice more? Try to think whether your strength is good, your flexibility is good. Try to analyze the practice mentally. Deep breathe while thinking. Shavasana is about giving your body the much needed oxygen and relaxation. So continue taking deep inhalations and deep exhalations. Now slowly move your toes, move your fingers, turn onto your right side. Like you turn onto your right side in the sleep. You can turn onto the left side also, Rajan, if you want to. You can see that your breath pattern has changed. Now slowly sit up, keep your eyes closed. Sit straight, deep breathe. Join your hands, you will chant Om 3 times. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ता न्यायेन मार्गेण महिन्महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्तः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 Rub your hands, place them on your face, slowly open your eyes. So this is Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga style which we are going to practice during Parivartan. I will be taking 1 or 2 days in a week on pure muscular strength training also, but most of it will be yoga based. I want you to know that it is a myth that yoga is about flexibility. Yoga can be extremely gruesome on your muscles. I personally do both gym and yoga. I think I get more tired, nervous, and yoga is much more tiring than gym because you have to hold.
Yes.
You know, in gym you take and then you relax between 2 repetitions. Here you have to hold, so it's much more intense if you ask me. So I hope you liked the session.
Yes.
This was your first one. I'll be doing it with many other people also. Though primarily the program is focused around Rachana, still we will be having other people because then I am able to show mistakes and adjust people, and it will help you, because if I only do it, you won't be able to know what wrong is happening, right? So I will be having people most of the times with me. So look forward. One tip for you is, many times what happens as you take admissions to the gym and you go for the first 7 days and then you don't go after that. Don't let that happen to you for this project. You have opted in for this project, so you have to remain committed. What I did before my transformation, I also was very lazy. The thing which I used to do is every night before sleeping,
Yes.
I used to say like 5-10 times, Rajesh, you have to get up tomorrow and you have to do this. And I used to sleep with that thought that I have to get up. This is for my own good. This is for my Parivartan. This is for my fitness, so that I can live happily even when I am old. And this is for my own fitness. So have that in your mind always before sleeping. Otherwise you are not going to make it to the whole 180 days. And this is so interesting. Even if you do it for, like Rachana had the 21-day habit sessions with you all. 21 might be mathematical number, but around a month if you do it every day, I can guarantee you that if you miss a certain day, you will be unhappy and you will maybe sleep late at night, do yoga and then sleep. That's a promise which I can give you. So commit yourself. See you tomorrow on day 2. Any closing comments?
Full commitment, no excuses.
Here's my Salman Khan. Okay. See you guys. Bye bye.